some NFL football on a Saturday, and we've got our first of a triple header here on NFL Network. Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts head on the road to U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis and take on the NFC North leading 10-3 Minnesota Vikings. Jeff Saturday, let's get it out of the way. He's coaching on a Saturday, and his Indianapolis Colts at 4-8-1 are most certainly still alive for playoff contention. On the other side, Minnesota can clinch the division with a victory today. Hello and welcome to Minneapolis. Noah Eagle, Nate Burleson. We've got Lindsey Darniak and Tom Pelissero down on the field as well. Glad to have you with us. Look, there's a lot at stake for both teams. As mentioned, Minnesota, for the second consecutive week, win, they're guaranteed to be in. On the other side, Indianapolis, they're playing for their playoff lives right now.
No doubt about it. And this game will come down to the play of two superstars, JJ and JT. On one side, the Minnesota Vikings have Justin Jefferson, self-proclaimed best receiver in the game. And by the way he's been playing, it's hard to argue that. What he does in the passing game, it allows guys like Dalvin Cook to really cook. And on the other side, when it comes to the running game, Jonathan Taylor, he is an absolute beast. A little banged up this year, but when healthy, he's in the conversation of best running back in the NFL. And what he does on the ground allows this offense to flourish in the passing game. These two guys are who you need to keep your eye on.
A couple of young superstars that have taken the entire league by storm.
No
Jay
doubt.
And Jay all the way, to paraphrase from the sixth man. Oh, that's all we're going to do pretty much all day, so we hope you enjoy. But listen, they might start with Jay on the field. We go down to the sideline. Our man, that starts with T. Tom Pelissero, what do you got for us?
Guys, big changes today for a struggling Vikings defense. The plan is play more man-to-man coverage. Veteran cornerback Patrick Peterson is going to move to the boundary, the short side of the field, basically daring the Colts to throw his way. And Kevin O'Connell told us, I want to see design pressures, design blitzes. Really good coaches, O'Connell said, know how to attack. Safety Harrison Smith back in the lineup, so his left tackle Christian Darrisaw missed the last 3 games because of a concussion. O'Connell told us, we talk a lot about Justin Jefferson, rightly so. Darrisaw is as impactful. Here's Lindsey Darniak with the Colts.
Thank you so much, Tom. You know, once the Colts made the decision that Matt Ryan would remain their starter, the key was to arm him for success. So Jeff Saturday told me that he sat him down. He went through the game plan. He said, tell me what we can narrow. Tell me what you like. Tell me, in fact, what we can add to give you the confidence against this Vikings defense. What that looked like was simplifying the number of routes to receivers so that they could focus on timing. We did ask the question, a lot of folks out there have been wondering, if there is another lackluster performance by Matt Ryan, could we see Nick Foles? Saturday's answer was, I hope it doesn't look that way. So Noah, what I can tell you, Matt Ryan feels good. He's ready to go, but we're not quite sure what we're going to see.
No doubt about it. Appreciate it, Lindsey and Tom. Look, this is the atmosphere that you hope for, not just on an NFL Sunday, but pretty much any time you're in a football environment. Nate, you played in Minnesota. You know what these fans are all about. This is football at its finest. Minnesota won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. Greg Joseph is going to send it away. Dallas Flowers waiting deep for the Colts, who is looking to come out of their bye week with a victory. Puts his team up 2 scores on the road.
Some guys are just big game performers.
Hot out of the air by Franco Harris.
Everything went through Franco, not through the quarterback.
When Franco arrived, we became the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nwangu is short. It will set up at the 22 as we go down to Tom Pelissero.
Kevin, a couple of special teams breakdowns, defense giving up chunk plays, offense hasn't run a lot of plays. How do you clean this up?
Yeah, we get off to a good start on that offensive drive to try to respond from some really bad football to start the game. Then we put the ball on the ground offensively. So a turnover, some bad plays on special teams, and then defensively, we've just got to find a way to tighten up our coverage and then be a little bit more aggressive in those situational downs.
You're obviously looking for a spark going forward on 4th and 1 here. You're playing from behind now. What's the game plan going forward on offense?
We're just there's a ton of time left. It's really not time as much as I just want to see good execution of how we want to play this game in all 3 phases.
Thanks, Kevin.
Just for reference, that interview was completed at the end of the first quarter. We know Kevin O'Connell does call the plays, so he can't take a break in the middle of a play. Where the Colts have jumped all over the 10-3 Minnesota Vikings. You see that record. Currently the number 2 spot in the NFC overall. With a win, they already clinched their division. They either need a win or a Detroit loss to do that. But they're fighting for that top 2 seed, because if they get that number 2 spot, that means at least 2 home playoff games. And Kirk Cousins says that can mean all the difference in the world come playoff time.
Oh, yeah. Kirk Cousins has been in this game a long time. He knows what it's like to play at home in the postseason. They got to get it together.
Let's go down to Lindsay for more.
Yeah, no, I want to capitalize on what you're saying because it is pretty incredible. Every phase of the game, he has proven that leadership. And I'm watching him on the sidelines. He's getting in the face of the players down there, in the lineman's face, talking to the defenders. He was right there to get them coming off the field, just saying, good job. But the other thing is, across the board, even Reggie Wayne, you know, the Colts great, he's doing that with his guys on offense. There is a definite sense of belief among this team in the field.
Stop. You know, Nate, you've got some good memories, not just from all over your football career, but especially in this matchup in particular. Let's take a look back. Nate Burleson in 2004. Check out this 90-yard punt return to the house.
Look at Daddy long legs out there, man. I'm all legs. I mean, this is Monday night.
You almost got tracked down by the punter, man.
I never get caught by the punter. He did almost get me.
You almost got tracked down. That would have ruined our highlight altogether. But
I thought I was going to win player of the game. I had the punt return. I had another touchdown in that game.
What happened?
Peyton Manning.
Say a lot of people can use that excuse throughout their career.
This an interesting second half.
Because it takes the knee. Fans not so joyous here at US Bank Stadium as the first half comes to a close and the Vikings trail the 4-8-1 Indianapolis Colts 33-0. Stay tuned for the Lexus halftime report. All coming up next. The Colts, a statement through 2 quarters here in Minneapolis.
Want more stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the league in passing yards?
Back. 8 minutes.
It was a first half to remember, presented by Lexus. Back here in Minneapolis, glad to have you with us as the Colts have been all over the Vikings, 33-0. The Vikings will get that second half kickoff and a chance to bring themselves a little bit closer, get on the board. No Eagle, Nate Burleson, Lindsey Czarniak, and Tom Pelissero back with you. And look, we've seen this nature of the Vikings. In their losses, they've lost. In their wins, it's been close. A -1 point differential coming in. Despite being a 10-win team, we're kind of seeing a little bit of that today. And at the same time, the Colts deserve a lot of credit for the way they play.
Oh, for sure. First half to remember for the Colts. First half to forget for the Vikings. And let's see what happens in this second half. Let's just go out there and play the football that we know how to play. Of course, the Vikings offense have now become one-dimensional because they have to pass the ball downfield to make this an interesting game.
Longu could get that started. He'll duck under a tackle and get all the way down just shy of the 25. Let's check in on the Viking state with Tom Pelissero.
Well, the state of the Vikings at this moment, not particularly good, Noah. This is a team that Kevin O'Connell 1 week ago had talked to about the fact that they had the opportunity to clinch the division with a win. That didn't happen. This week, O'Connell said his only point to the team was we need to take a very microscopic look at everything we do. O'Connell also told us it's been good to coach through adversity. Well, down 33-0. That's a whole lot of it.
Team's unit as we go to the Colts sideline, and Lindsey's on.
Thanks, Noah. Jeff Saturday, a bit greedy. He said he wants to convert more touchdowns in the red zone. But he also added that he's just thrilled with how his team is playing in every single facet of the game. He said it's what they talked about. They said come into this game with hustle, with focus, with intensity, and that's exactly what they're doing. He did say that he wants to be able to match the intensity that he expects the Vikings to come out with in the second half. Also, he said at this point, he's feeling what his guys can do better, and you guys can see that it's allowing them to play to their strengths.
I would try to catch everything. I'm not fair catching nothing.
See if Rieger, nope, he will make the fair catch at the 11-yard line. Now with the Vikings, fans expected or hoped for today a chance to clinch the NFC North. Instead, they trail 33-0.
This NFL Network Saturday Showdown is brought to you by NFL Rivals. Build a dream team of your favorite NFL superstars in this upcoming action-packed mobile game.
Well, this was halftime here at US Bank Stadium. The mascots show no mercy. They're like Adam Sandler in Billy Madison playing dodgeball.
They were just stretch the field. You know, give your playmakers the opportunity to come up big for you. And if you know that they're going to have eyes on Justin Jefferson, you know, sometimes a double coverage or a bracket, then why not go to guys like K.J. Osborne, Adam Thielen? You know, if I'm a wide receiver opposite of someone like Justin Jefferson, I've been there.
No doubt.
I've been standing in the slot looking at Randy Moss, knowing that the defense is going to focus on him. I throw a wink at Dante Culpepper saying, please give me the rock. I know what K.J. Osborne is dealing with. So if you're the Vikings offense, then let's plan to attack that defense with guys outside of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, you're also saying, give me the rock. Didn't you just see what I did? A 91-yard punt return touchdown against the Colts? There you go. Cook weaving. Cook stutter step for a first down. As mentioned, 1,000 yards once again this season for Dalvin Cook. We look at the most in franchise history. This is his 4th in a row as well, and he is up with the greats of this franchise.
Yeah, how about that?
Brings his team to within 2 scores early in the 4th. Well, the Minnesota Vikings, when they're playing well, they are having fun. We know the gritty and the new one that Kirk Cousins likes to go with, whatever you call that. It was funny when we talked to Kirk about this. He said last week he had this celebration in mind, and he had orchestrated with everybody, and they scored a touchdown, and then Kevin O'Connell's in his headset saying, we're going for 2, we're going for 2. This was just a few moments ago from Justin Jefferson. Told us he was going to have something a little different. The fake injury, and what do you want to call that? The stride, the skier?
Yeah, a little something, something. When this team is celebrating like that.
Final gasp here for Indianapolis. This would be the largest comeback in NFL history. Let's not forget Matt Ryan as well, as we look at the older comeback, the Bills and the Oilers going toe-to-toe. And 32 points was the largest deficit. Look at Frank Reich.
Frank Reich.
How about Frank Reich at quarterback for Buffalo? And they would eventually kick the field goal, get the victory, come back with 32 down. This one, 33-0 at halftime. And Matt Ryan, who's on the wrong end of the worst Super Bowl comeback or defeat in history, is going to take a sack on first down. This year, Minnesota 1-0 with a win over Buffalo. Kirk Cousins will operate first when we come back. Let's take you back. Week 10 against the Bills. Vikings down 17 in the second half. They rally. Dalvin Cook started off with an 81-yard touchdown run. Justin Jefferson with one of the best catches in the history of football on 4th and 18 on the final drive of regulation. Then a fumble recovery in the end zone. But Buffalo would tie it up in regulation, sent it to overtime where Greg Joseph hit the eventual game-winning 33-yard field goal with 3:42 left in OT. Now, so Greg Joseph has done it time and time again this season. 3 game-winning field goals. First one came week 4 at the Saints, 47-yarder with 24 seconds left. Second one, week 9 at the Commanders, a 28-yarder with 12 seconds left. And then that famed week 10 game against the Bills, a 33-yarder in overtime to win it 33-30. This one feels a little different. And the kick is good. It's a winner at US Bank Stadium. And the Vikings are kings in the North once again.
Greg Joseph, as cold as the weather in Minnesota. G-Money, straight cash.
Largest comeback in NFL history. 33-0 at halftime. And magic happens on a Saturday.
Minnesota Vikings with the second half for the ages.
Final score here in Minneapolis, the Vikings 39, the Colts 36. First time they clinched the NFC North since 2017. Time now for game 2 of our triple header as we send you out to Baltimore and Cleveland. Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner on the call, but it's going to be tough to top this one. The Vikings clinch the North with the largest comeback in NFL history.
Skol Vikes.